and gentlemen, welcome back. New episode here at the Youngbouls podcast. We wish you guys a happy new year. It's your boy Dinari here. Back at it again. Kwengo, say what's up to the people, man.
Man, it's your boy Kwengo, man. Happy New Year's to everybody, man.
Yeah, happy New Year's, happy New Year's. We got a star-studded show for you guys today. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff around the NFL, and in the Week 18. Then we got college football national championship on Monday, so we're going to talk about that. And then we got NBA talk in the midst of all this. But to start off, man, you see the jersey I got on. Man. Big game coming up Sunday for New Orleans Saints. If we win, we're in the playoff. If we win and the Buccaneers lose, we're in the playoffs. We play against Atlanta.
Or if we
Oh yeah,
win and then the Bears, we need the Bears to beat the Packers.
correct.
The Seahawks to lose to the Cardinals. Then we're
Correct. So either one of those two ways, we're in the playoffs. Obviously, we played the Falcons earlier this season. We lost one of our worst performances of the year. But heading into this week, 8-8, we have a chance to get into the playoffs, play either Dallas or Philly. So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hyped. I think we can do it. Kwengo, what you thinking? How you feeling about this game Sunday, man? How you feeling about our playoff chances?
Look, man, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna easily beat the Falcons. I'm not as worried about that. I'm worried more about the Buccaneers. I don't know. They had a horrible week, but I don't know. They have I think they had they had a crazy record. I forgot what it was, but they had a really good record against teams under 500, and they're playing the Panthers who are under 500. But
Yeah, they're well below 500.
yeah, and then I think our best chance to get in is a Cardinals win, because the Cardinals, for some reason, they're on an insanity run right now. They're just beating teams they're not supposed to beat.
People forget when it comes to the Cardinals, and we're going to go to this, as we talk about the Eagles and what happened last week. Um, but
Knock the
people
birds
forget,
out of the sky, man.
saying the real birds, Cardinals, the biggest bird. But people forget that Kyler Murray was hurt at the beginning part of the season,
That's
and
a fact.
he was hurt, and I forgot who they had as their backup. I'm pretty sure it was Dobbs. I'm pretty sure Dobbs was their backup before he
Yeah,
got
they had
traded.
Dobbs.
But yeah, he was hurt. And then since Murray's been back, they've been cooking. So, I mean, Linsanity run for sure, but I would not sleep on this team next year. I'm not saying they're gonna be like that next year, but they're
Oh,
gonna be
nah,
a
for
solid.
sure. Kyler Murray is actually like a game changer. Like, it's just a
Yeah,
fact.
their record. Don't be fooled by their record. They're definitely not one of those. Because I'm pretty sure they're what 3-12, right? Aren't they like 3-12, 4-12 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that team is not a 4-12 team. They're not on the same level with the Panthers. They're
Yeah, it's
definitely
it's literally just injuries. I'm gonna be honest
yeah.
with you. It's just injuries. They had Ertz go down. You know what I'm saying? They've been letting a lot of players go because like their quarterback has been injured. You know what I mean? But like
Yeah,
when he's been back, you know what I'm saying? They got Trey McBride looking nice. You know what I'm saying? Even Hollywood Brown went down a couple weeks ago. Obviously, they couldn't make the playoffs at that point, but
right.
they're probably going to be good next year with Kyler healthy.
Exactly. So it's definitely gonna be a thing where we look back, we monitor it. Um, but yeah, as you were saying with the Saints, I personally, in order for the Saints to even sniff the playoffs, we gotta take care of business against Atlanta. As I stated before, we lost to Atlanta earlier this season in Atlanta. Pretty sure we only got into the red zone once that game. Like I
Oh
said
no,
before,
we got into the red zone more than one time, bro, and
oh,
it's
we
so
just didn't
crazy.
score. We just
Yeah,
didn't score.
Derek Carr had like 300 yards that game. We did not. It was embarrassing, man. We were cooking them, bro. We just didn't score.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. Um, I'm nervous about it for sure. There's a little bit like I want us to make the playoffs, but it's kind of like I want us to make the playoffs, but it's kind of like if we don't, then Allen probably's gonna get fired. Hopefully,
Please, please let
please.
Allen get up. Please get him out of here. Oh my
I'm
goodness,
praying. I'm
I can't
praying.
take it. And Pete Carmichael. Oh my goodness, get them both out of here, please.
And then we got the 17th pick in the draft, and if we lose, that's probably going to improve our draft stock. And I want us to draft another quarterback. I want us to draft another quarterback because let's be honest, Carr's not going to be playing forever. You get what I'm saying? And we don't honestly. I don't know what we're going to do when it comes to Jameis because we're not getting him any tick now. And
Look,
having another,
I'm not
I think
too worried
another
about him. Like I feel like a quarterback nowadays, it is hard to come by, but I feel like it doesn't matter if we don't get an old lineman, man. We need our quarterbacks protected, man.
bro.
I
It
think
seems like
Carr can be
almost
good if
every
he's protected, man.
bro. It seems like almost every year though we draft either an O lineman or a tackle or somebody, bro. It seems like every year, bro, we do that. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
we did draft a tackle. We
we
drafted
need
who? Brian Breezy last year.
and we need to switch it up, man. And then even back to the playoff thing with the Saints. They play so it's Green Bay. Green Bay plays Chicago. Green Bay plays Chicago. Seattle plays Arizona. Who else do we need to lose?
We just need Seattle and the Packers to lose, or we can just have Tampa Bay lose and we win.
That's a tall order. And then literally we need all of that plus us winning. So
I
yeah,
feel like our us winning is like the most guaranteed out of all these things. Like I really cannot. I don't think we're gonna have trouble at all with the Falcons.
I'm not gonna lie,
Honestly,
Quengo. I'm not gonna lie, Quengo. As much as I want to sit up here and say that it's a guaranteed win, after what happened, after what I've seen happen this season, when we've been up like 17-0 against the Packers and they came back, and numerous other games where we're like, oh, we should win this game, no problem. We end up losing. I would not put it beside us at all that
in
we end
my
up going.
opinion, we haven't had too many games like that. Now I will say, even with the Packers game, like we did let them back into the game, but our kicker missed the game-winning field goal. Like I don't know. Like well, we have had like kind of an underwhelming season in my opinion. Like I feel like
Very,
we could have
very
easily
underwhelming.
been like a 10, 11, 12 win team, like easily. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this game is like it's the last game of the season. The Saints always play well, like our last three games of the season. Like I don't know why, but we almost always play well for our last three games of the season. We're playing the Falcons. This team is really not good. I'm gonna be honest with you. They've been mid all year, and they have Taylor Heineke at quarterback. If we cannot beat them after going into Tampa Bay and embarrassing those boys last week, like embarrassing them, like that Tampa Bay defense that was like the hottest in the league. They're on a 4-0 streak, making a playoff run, and we demolished them. If we lose to the Falcons, just actually trade everyone, get everyone out of here, terminate the
At
contract
home
with
too.
Derek Carr.
At
If we
home too.
lose, I would. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I won't. I won't want to wear my Michael Thomas jersey anymore. I don't know if I can do it as a Saint anymore if we lose this game.
Nah, my mom
Even
was
if we don't make
already.
the playoffs, I would at least like to go out on a win, man.
My mom was talking trash to me because my mom's a Cowboys fan. Shout out mom. But she was like, "Oh, you guys trying to y'all still fighting for a playoff spot?" I can't relate. That made me sick. So uh,
Who do they
I
play in the
hope
first round?
who.
The Cowboys.
I think where it stands right now, I think they would probably have to play Green Bay or somebody.
Oh, that's a joke, man. That's just such an easy first round. It doesn't matter though. The Niners got everybody, bro. If you're a Birds hater, Cowboys hater, anybody in the NFC, man, other than the Lions, who I think actually might have a chance against the 49ers.
But back to the Saints though. I need Olave to lock in this game, man. I need everybody to be locked in this game. The way that we played last week against the Buccaneers, we cannot come out flat against Atlanta. But we need to get the win though. That's the important thing. We need to win. We need to win. You guys are giving me false hope yet again. The last time we did this episode and we talked about the Saints were it was before the Rams game. It was before the Rams game, and we were talking about how if we won, we'll have a better chance to make the playoffs. If we didn't, we wouldn't do an episode till January. You guys have given me hope again. I need you guys to win. I need you guys to lock in and make the playoffs. I don't care how far we get. Oh, your top 10 quarterbacks? Who are who are your top 10 quarterbacks if you don't mind? All right, all right. All right, all right. Lamar's number one. All right, continue. Oh my God. No, he's not. No, he's not. Lamar's number one. Continue, bro. Continue, bro. Can you continue? Continue with your list, bro. Continue with your list. You said Lamar. You said Lamar, Josh Allen. All right. Okay. Is this in order? Is this in order? Or is this not in order? It's not in order. Okay. Okay. That's kind of high. Continue though. Continue though. No, 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 no. Continue, continue, continue. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Continue. Purdy is Purdy in is Purdy in your list? We'll get to the Eagles in a sec. We'll get to the Eagles in a sec. All right. Hey, you done with your list? I'll give mine. I'll give my top 10 list. I'll give. All right. You good? I got Lamar number one, Mahomes, Allen. Well, it's interchangeable. Two and three can easily be interchangeable. It's not. He's not the MVP. He's not the MVP. He's not the MVP. He's not. Lamar Jackson is having a way better season than Josh Allen. Lamar, yes, he is. Anyway, let me continue my list. So I got Lamar, Mahomes, Allen. Right now, I'll say number four, I got Herbert. I'm just talking about like top 10 if they're healthy. Um, yeah. Five, I got Burrow. Six, Dak. No, actually, six is Hurts. Seven, Dak. Uh, eight, Wilson. It's interchangeable, bro. It could easily be switched though. It's not crazy to say at all. Who else? Right. I'm not gonna say Flacco's top 10 right now. That's crazy. I was about to say Flacco. I was about to say Flacco. I was about to say Flacco. He's playing solid. Stroud. I say Stroud. Purdy. Yeah. I think that. Yeah. Yeah. Stroud, Purdy. Trying to think who else. And then Rodgers if he's healthy. But yeah. 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 All right. But moving on though. Moving on though. Speaking of Hurts, the Philadelphia Eagles. They have lost yet again. They lost last week to a game that they should have won. Let's just say that they were up 21-3 at half, or 21-6 at half. I took a nap, fell asleep, woke up, and I saw that they lost their final home game of the season to the Arizona Cardinals, 33-35, or 28-35. I forgot what the score was, but they lost. Kwengo, Kwengo, what's your thoughts, man? 'Cause I have a lot I want to say. What are your thoughts? Yeah, yeah. All right, so back to what we were saying. We're talking about the Eagles. Talking about the Eagles and everything like that. But yeah, like I was saying, Cowboys they clinch the division. If Philadelphia loses or Dallas just simply gets a win against the Commanders, which I feel like they're going to end up clinching the division anyway. But just looking at the Eagles season, man, just where they were a month ago versus where they were now, I don't. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I don't definitely have them not going back to the Super Bowl. I definitely don't see them making probably out of the second round. It's just their path to just winning the playoffs is gonna be a whole lot harder now because of the fact that they simply aren't the team they were last year.
Eagles downfall, man.
I love it.
It's glorious.
It's
I
very
just want to
very
say,
good.
man, if you're a Birds fan, man, shambles, man. That's rough, man. Kyler Murray just he dethroned your king, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Like imagine going into like your final home game of the season, just like your last home game, fan appreciation day, and you're like, oh, you know, we gonna see the Eagles one more time with the link before playoffs. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. They should get back on track here and get an easy win, only to lose in comeback fashion to the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, that's rough. Or to imagine, like, just checking the game, your schedule before, and you imagine you're like, oh wow, it's the Cardinals. This is a 3-13, 3-12 team. This is a
But
automatic dub.
that's a free win.
But then to check the box score and see your Eagles lost, that's rough, man. Shout out
And
Game Time Kyler, man. K1, he was
also,
that guy.
also too, the play calling in that game. I don't know who, offensive coordinator. I think it's Brian Johnson. Yo, the play calling in that game was absolutely horrendous, bro. I saw it was like a first and 20, and for three straight plays, they did like a QB runs with Hurts, no yards, no
Nah, that was an
yards.
absolute joke.
And
Oh
then
my
on third,
goodness.
on then on third down, they did a quick screen to Devonta Smith, or to Gainwell. Not even Devontae, Gainwell. And then Gainwell fell into Devonta Smith, and Smith got hurt. And he got injured off of that.
It's an
Dude left the
absolute
game
joke,
and left the
man.
game in a boot. So like that's definitely been a major issue this season, all throughout the season is play calling. I'll say since like week one, the biggest thing with the Eagles offense this year is their play calling because teams have been able to figure it out. And in some cases, it's worked. In other cases, it's very questionable, and it
Yeah.
causes for fans to get upset and get angry, as we saw last week against the Cardinals. So, and it's a playoffs, and not even just the playoffs, but like the off season too. It's going to be a real point of emphasis to really look at, as well as the defense too, because the defense, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, lost so many good pieces, and they're not the same defense as they once were last year. That was wreaking havoc in the league. Instead, they're a defense that's letting Drew Lock do game-winning drives on them, and Kyler Murray have his way with on a weekly basis. So you know, it
I
makes
think
absolutely
I
no
think they're
sense. Right. Right. Especially considering the fact, like I just said earlier, the Eagles were up 21-6 at half. They were up 21-6 at half. The Eagles proceeded to score two more times in that game. You know how nuts that is? In the span of two quarters, the Eagles only scored two more times in that game. The Cardinals outscored them in the second half. It's nice. And heading into the playoffs, man, especially, I mean, by the grace of God, if we end up making it to the playoffs and we play them first round, I'm not saying that we're going to end up winning, but I would not be surprised if that game is going to end up being a lot closer than many people think. Right, right, right. Yeah, I feel you. So based off of just like the Eagles' performance last week against Arizona, heading into the playoffs, how far do you have the Eagles going? How far do you have them? When they're probably going to have to, Kwengo, they're probably going to have to play the winner of the NFC South. Oh yeah, they really do.
They are. I
They
don't
really do.
I don't know. They're gonna have to just get better at whatever. Like the play call issues, they're gonna Jalen Hurts is gonna have to step up in the pocket and throw the ball, make quicker reads, get the ball out, stuff like that. Like they really don't have too many problems. It's just like a team of that caliber. It's so surprising to see them like lose the way they do. You know what I
I
mean?
saw something the other day what Stephen A said. He was like, Eagles are, Eagles are, Stephen A was basically trying to treat the Eagles like they were like 8-8 instead of 10-5, which is crazy to me because as much as we joke about the Eagles, we both know that the Eagles are still a solid team.
They're still a really they
They're,
still can
they're
be a
still
really
they're,
good team. Yeah,
they're still a really nice team, and we people are acting like they did not just win the NFC last year and they did not go to Super Bowl last year. Now, I'm not saying the Eagles right now are going to be favorites to win the Super Bowl, but I can attest to the fact that they could most definitely make it far. They could make it to the conference championship for sure. I mean,
also too, did you see that it was something about AJ Brown apparently
oh
like
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah,
locker room? That's crazy.
yeah.
They were like AJ Brown is apparently his attitude is like bringing like everyone down in the locker room. I was like, wow, that's kind of surprising to see. I wouldn't know all that about AJ
Yeah,
Brown for real, but
I saw it, but I didn't know if it was true or not because even
yeah,
when he
I don't
was
know if
talking
that's a
about it,
fact.
even when he was talking about like in the press conference, he was saying like how like the team just got to get through it together and stuff like that. And then it's like I mean he wants to be here. It's not like it's another Tennessee Titans situation, but it's
And to
it's
be
actually
honest with you, like there's not too like In the NFC, there's maybe two teams that can stop the Eagles from winning. It's just really just the Niners and the Cowboys, for real, for real. So, and the Lions, I won't lie. But even the Lions, like, I think the Eagles should be able to beat the Lions, but I know their defense has struggled. But nonetheless, they're still like one of those. They're still a contending team in the NFC, so you can't
Most
like
definitely.
act like they're not
Most
tough.
definitely. Yeah, people once they lost, us included. Well, that's because we know people who are Eagles fans. So seeing them upset, that makes us happy. So,
Yeah,
but I would be lying if I sat up here and said right now that the Eagles are not a team, still not a team to beat in the NFC because of their record. They're, they have a solid record. Ten
yeah.
and five.
Even 10-5 is not like
Ten
it's
and
not
five is
great,
not.
but
It's not. I mean, it's still solid. That's like double digit wins. It's a solid record.
still
It's a
really
solid
good. You
record,
know what I'm saying?
and they still have a chance to end up winning the NFC East. Because as much as you want to sit up here and say that the Cowboys can beat the Commanders, you saw what happened earlier this season. So it's definitely a
Hey, I'm not
chance.
gonna lie to you, man. The Commanders, this is a legacy game for them, man. Because
It's
look,
not
here's the
really.
thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Explain. How's it a legacy game?
As a Washingtonian myself, I can tell you the Commanders are not gonna come out there and throw the game. They're gonna try to win because this is their rival. You're telling me that like this is more about pride here. You know what I mean? Like obviously, I don't think if they're losing like really bad, I don't think they're gonna continue to play like their starters throughout like the fourth quarter. But I would be disappointed if all the starters, one, don't play, and two, they don't attempt to not allow Dallas, who are literally like that's their rival team. But like the
Right.
Dallas Commanders beef in DC is deep. So like if they really allow these dudes to clinch, like I would do anything in that position to try and stop that team from, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
from clinching. Like there's no way they allow them to clinch. I would
I,
actually be disappointed.
yeah. As since it's a rivalry game, I definitely feel like the Commanders are gonna like bring like their A game against Dallas. I hope they do. I hope they don't make it like they just lie down on their backs and just let Dallas just beat them. But I hope they make it a close game. So,
Nah, for
I
facts though.
yeah. And then I don't even know who the Eagles play. Oh, they play the Giants. I won't be surprised if the Giants try to beat them too,
For sure.
especially
Tyrod
since
Taylor,
yeah,
he's playing for a contract. A lot,
yeah,
and also let's talk about that. A lot of players are playing for,
that is
you
true.
know,
Incentives
a
too.
lot. Yep,
Yeah,
it's a lot of
yeah,
incentive. A lot. I saw a couple Giants players. Like I think Darius Slayton has an incentive to get like what's it? It was like 6 receptions, 100 yards, and he's making like 500K extra. So like you know what I mean. Like a lot of these guys,
yeah.
they're not coming
It's
out to play for
yeah,
real.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely see this happen. But yeah, but also too, yeah. So moving on. So now we're gonna talk about, before we get to Jonathan Kaminga and the Warriors, we also got, we gotta before we get to Kaminga and the Warriors, I wanted to give a round of applause, man. Detroit Pistons, Wingstop, Wingstop in Detroit, man. I know you guys are happy campers, man. Detroit Pistons finally got a win. He finally got a win, man, against the Toronto Raptors last week. I mean, was it this week or last week? It was last week,
It
right?
was last week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally got a win. Finally got a win, man. After a 29 game losing streak, they finally got a win. Even with that, they almost lost that game. But I just want to say my congrats to the Detroit Pistons. But Kwengo, you got anything you want to say about the Pistons, man?
Man, shout out my man Cade, man. I feel bad for this guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Free
Cade,
him, please.
it's like
Free him. Free
imagine
him.
being a franchise player and like everyone else on your franchise is just like that bad. Like y'all are what? What are they? Nearly 2-30, 3-30.
They're 4-30.
That's crazy. Come on, you have 30 losses. So that nah. Because the whole you think they're getting the worst record ever? Like, do you think they might get the? They might have the worst. What was it? What's the worst record ever? Is it 7 wins by Philadelphia or 12, 13? I don't know. It's really bad
No,
though.
it's the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets. They went like 10-72.
But nah. Even like you gotta understand that's your job.
No, I'll take that back. Charlotte, the worst record in NBA history is the Charlotte Bobcats. They went 7-59 in 2011-2012 season. I think that was a lockout year, but yeah, it's the worst
Well, they
record.
probably gonna win probably a little bit more than 10, but nonetheless, I'm not gonna lie. When you're getting a record that low, like
You play 34 games in the season. All-Star break is coming up, and you already eclipsed 30 losses.
it's like you start questioning yourself as a professional. You know what I'm saying? If I'm
I
not
can't even
Cade, Duran,
like what am I bringing?
Bojan,
Like what am I bringing to the team?
if
Obviously, it's
I'm
not
like
winning.
if I'm the 10th man on the team, you might as well go back to the G League, man. Just go to G
This
League and 19, man.
this when I knew something was up, man. They were showing Kevin Knox edits on TikTok. Now I'm not. Now I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to diss Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox is a solid player, but I hadn't heard from dude since he was at New York. And even when he was in New York, that was a short stint. So when you seeing Kevin Knox highlights over and Kay Cunningham highlights over Bogdanovich highlights and Jalen Duren highlights, that's a problem. I forgot Alec Burks was still in the league. Somebody was comparing him to KD when he was at Kentucky. I'll never forget it. Somebody said he was a KD hybrid. People were comparing that dude to Kevin Durant. Draft Express, bro. Draft Express. I'll never forget it, man. I'll never forget it, man. I was like, he's that nice? Went to New York. He had flashes. Nah, I remember when they drafted Cody. There was some crazy picks. Looking back at some of the picks in the drafts, Anthony Bennett going number one. That's the one that hits you. Um, oh, maybe I mean looking back on the Jalen Green pick, yeah, Wiseman pick that was bad. Jalen Green pick, you could make the case. Yeah, I remember Otto Porter went three. I remember Otto Porter went three to Wizards, bro. You, yes, hold on, I can check to see who was in the draft that year. Yeah, they got him. They got him at three. I'm trying to see who else is in that draft. Uh, that draft class. Oh, McCollum was in that draft class. Michael Carter Williams was in that draft class. Olenek, Giannis was in that draft class. Dang, Giannis was in that draft class. Gobert was in that draft class. Yeah, man. Yeah, at three is yeah. Otto Porter. Yeah, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, I remember Otto Porter. Obviously, Kwame Brown. That was a terrible pick. Darko Milicic. That's a terrible pick. I remember when the Knicks drafted Cleanthony Early and Ron Baker. That was questionable.
What
There was
caused
this,
this, man? What caused this, man? This is outrageous. This is why the Wizards are so bad. I did not know that Otto Porter was drafted so high.
bro. Cody Zeller went four that year to the Bobcats. Alex Lynn went top five in that year too.
Come on, man. Come on, man. No, what were GMs thinking at this time? Genuinely.
Literally, they were looking at it based off of college. They were looking at it based off of college. Because Cody Zeller, Cody Zeller in college was nice. I'm not saying nice enough for a top five pick, but he was nice. He was nice. It's actually nice, man. It was actually nice, man. It was a time. It was a time. That's
Really
when like
was.
The Ben McLemores of the world were in the league and everything like that.
Hey, I
I
actually like Ben
remember.
McElmore, man. I thought he was a nice player for a while,
He
man, for
was
a couple
nice.
seasons. And
He
I
was
remember when he
nice.
was in a dunk contest, man. Who it was him, Dame. Who else was in that one?
I
Victor
think,
Oladipo, I think, was in that. That dunk contest was tough. Goodness me,
yeah,
that's actually one of my most like memorable All Star games. It was actually a really good All Star
yeah,
like
yeah.
weekend that year.
Speaking of draft picks, one of the Warriors' 2021 draft picks, Jonathan Kuminga. This was reported today, actually, that he stated that he lost faith in Steve Kerr and that
Kumingo.
Coming gone, not coming go, he's gone.
He is
But
definitely gone.
he lost faith in Steve Kerr and that he's not getting any his minutes. He doesn't like his minutes. So I just want to hear your thoughts on that, and also too on the Warriors in general. The Warriors right now, let's say the Warriors right now are 16 and 17 in the conference. Clay's had a down year. Draymond, we all know what happened with Draymond twice this year already. Steph, you know, kind of like an off year, but what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the Warriors?
I would like to see them rebound because the way they're going out, man, it's a lot of washing up going on right now. And it's that like the Warriors' downfall is not like it's not as great as I thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? As a Brian fan, I don't like to see them go out like this. Like Clay basically in his last interview, what was it?
Yeah,
Was
that's
it
kind of
post game
depressing.
in his last presser?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was depressing.
What did he say? He was like he
He was like
basically
enjoy.
recognized
He
that
was
he was
like,
ending his career
yeah,
basically at the end.
he was like he was enjoying his final chapter of his career. I'm like, gosh, man, like you still got some in the tank.
Like, bro, you're 33. Bron is 39. Nonetheless, man.
But also
Then
too, he came off an ACL injury too,
fair
and
enough.
ACL injuries
But
change people. So
KD came off a two.
KD
Kawhi
7 foot.
came off a one. Both of those players are more athletic than Clay and are yeah. I don't know. Nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna blame the man. You know what I'm saying? If you know your career is ending, you know it's ending. But it's sad to see Clay go out like this, man. I feel
Yeah,
like it's not like an athleticism, like a mobility thing. I think it's more of a bro cannot hit a shot, man. He can't hit a shot. And even the shots he takes there, some of them are really stupid.
even back to Curry, man. Curry's not making the shots that well, he's still making the shots, but it's not at like the clip that we saw like probably like a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago. Like he's missing more shots than he's making now, and it's like his numbers are still solid, but it's not like to what we're used to seeing. Even when you were looking at the All Star, like even like the fan vote return, like Curry wasn't getting that much love as far as like being a starter. But
Yeah.
also too, speaking of fan voting, real quick, we need to cancel that. We need to cancel that, man. Fan voting needs to stop. Fan voting needs to stop. All Star
Why?
voting needs to go. No, because somebody tried to put in Austin Reeves and I forgot who else they tried to put in. They tried to they tried to put in Austin Reeves, and a couple years ago they put in Zaza Pachulia and Alex Caruso.
Hey,
The
what can I
fan,
say, man?
nah,
That's two goats, man.
stop, man. But back to what I was saying though, bro. When it comes to like, I also feel like the Warriors they just ruined their youth movement as well, man. You saw what happened with Poole. Wiseman didn't pan out.
Not gonna lie, fingers definitely need to be pointed at Kerr. Here's the thing. Usually, when a like I think I said this before, but when a coach and sometimes players too, but more particularly coaches, when coaches are winning, a lot of things would be ignored. Like no one's gonna, you know what I'm saying? A lot of bad decisions, poor rotations, a lot of those things don't matter as long as you can win. And if in terms of like coaching, he's been gifted with the greatest shooter ever, probably the second or maybe or at minimum a top five shooter ever, one of the greatest defensive players ever, with a great basketball mind, Kevin Durant, like And what does he have with that team? He has 4 chips, which is really impressive. But like, never once did we say like Steve Kerr is like an absolute mastermind when it comes to rotations, player development, because he was winning. Like no one cared about that stuff. But now,
Right.
like when they have to rebound and they have a lot of good play, they have a lot of good young players. Like even with that rookie Podiemski, like who knew that guy was gonna be good? Like it's
That was a
crazy.
steal.
It
That was a
definitely
steal.
was. It definitely was. So like him, Moses Moody, Kuminga, Wiseman, you had those 4 players. I genuinely was saying that even when the Warriors were done, this was when they won in 2022, 2021, 2022. I was like, even when the Warriors are done, I know they're going to be good because look at the players that they have. Like
The youth players were
Kuminga,
nice.
and then
Poole.
Wiggins.
Yeah.
Wiggins had turned up in that playoff series against the Celtics. So I was like, yeah, they're going to be good in the future. But there's definitely something to the fact that Kuminga like doesn't think that he's going to be able to develop. Like I think that's definitely valid because like you get Wiseman, and I feel like with Wiseman, like a player like that, I really don't think he's that bad. I feel like that's a development thing
No,
in my opinion.
that's the thing. Like, he's not bad per se. He's not bad at all. Because if you saw Wiseman in college, he was nice. Like, Wiseman was nice in college. He was at Memphis. I remember watching him in college. And when he got to the league, I was like, oh, him in Golden State with Curry and how Curry's like doing pick and rolls and stuff like that and everything like that. And that's gonna make it so much easier. And Wiseman can shoot too.
Yep.
Their whole starting five could shoot. So that was supposed to help them. And then obviously we saw Wiseman get traded. And then obviously, like I said, we saw what happened with Poole. I feel like they just sacrificed all that for trying to win now and chase it now. And it's like, you're not going to be able to chase with this team. You look at this team on paper, this team's not going to a finals.
Yeah, this team might not even make it out the first round. This team
This
might
team
not
might
even
not
make
even
the
make the
playoffs
playoffs. That's what I'm
or
saying.
play in.
This team might not
Nah,
even
for
make the
real.
playoffs. And when you trying to count on Curry to score 30 plus every night, you got one of your key defensive players suspended again for hitting somebody or strangling somebody or hitting somebody this time. I can't even
Put
keep
Gobert
count.
in a full Nelson.
Yeah, put Gobert in full Nelson and then
Hold
smack.
stomp Sabonis.
Oh yeah,
And then proceeds to do a
hit.
backhand fist to Nurkic. This man actually needs to go under the jail, man. He's dangerous.
And I'm not about to sit up here and say, but like what I am going to say is like when that whole Draymond and Poole thing happened, looking back on it in hindsight, when y'all thought that the answer was to get rid of Poole in that situation, the answer should have been to get rid of Draymond in that situation.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. You get rid of Draymond, right? You keep your young core. Draymond's not getting any younger. Draymond's not getting any younger. Draymond's not the same Draymond of old who was getting double doubles, defensive player of the year caliber player. Draymond's literally there on some black Air Force energy, running around trying to cause havoc, do stuff like that. That's what he's doing now. He'll give you hustle plays, he'll give you rebounds, but most of the time he's giving you technical fouls, and it's suspended.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, after everything that happened with the whole Jordan Poole thing over last season, and you see what's happening this season, and seeing how everything worked out with Poole being gone, and somebody said to you, nah, would you go back and instead of, trading away Poole, your young player, would you not trade away Draymond? Would you not do that? I would do that if I knew what was happening this season.
Here's the thing. With that, like, I agree. I feel like maybe it is worth the risks to like see where you would be without Draymond, but at the same time, you got to remember that guy is like so key to the Warriors' offense. Like, I feel like Curry got so many easy looks with Draymond. Like, I'm not gonna lie, half of
Oh,
them jumps are definitely illegal screens. This man is a
no,
straight.
all of them were. Bro, he was
Oh my
literally coming off the
goodness.
court and he was doing this and just moving and just have Curry shoot.
Yeah, but like the fact is, a lot of the stuff with like Curry and Clay that's happening where they're not getting shots that look as great is because like Draymond's not there. Honestly, I feel like when Draymond is not trying to, assault the other
right.
team,
He's
he
a good
can be
player,
good.
right?
He can be
Yes,
good,
yes.
but
But he's
like
not.
at this point,
But
I don't know if it's
his
worth it if
negatives,
he's still
his negatives at this point are outweighing what he can bring
not facts,
positively to the
not
court.
facts. That's basically what I was
Like,
trying to say.
good. Like Draymond, they said that dude had to get counseling and stuff before coming back.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. He is straight minutes, bro. Did you see that? That tick? I saw it on TikTok, but I think it was off a podcast where who was it? Oh my goodness, Pistons player. Was it Ben Wallace? No, it was somebody else.
Rasheed Wallace.
No. Pistons player. I'm trying to think. I think it might have been Rip Hamilton.
Oh yeah, Richard Hamilton. Yeah.
He was like, Dre. The reason Draymond is the way he is because he was in those. He used to be in the '08 Pistons. Was it the '08 Pistons? '06?
Oh
No, that was
six.
the Heat.
Oh four.
I think it was '04. But he basically
Yeah.
that Pistons team that beat the Lakers, he used to be in
Yeah.
their locker room apparently, and he used to be around those guys a bunch. So a lot of the style that he comes with, and just like the way he plays, he gets it from those guys apparently. And honestly, that makes sense because I think Rip might be the only player. Was it Rip? Or I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was Rip, but he might be the only player with more like ejections and text than Draymond. So
If you're talking about ejection, it's probably Ben Wallace.
yeah, I think it was Ben Wallace. But
But
nonetheless, man, that guy, get him out the league. Honestly,
that's a stretch.
he's a
I was gonna
safety
say
hazard, man.
I was gonna say get him to a different team. I was gonna say get him to a different
Whoa,
team.
now look, if you do want to get him to a different team, send him to his glorious King LeBron. Me personally, I will take this. Bring him to my team because if you touch my King LeBron, you're going straight into full Nelson immediately. Immediately. Draymond, I'm trying to tell you,
Oh, Ime. You said what about LeBron? Hey, Draymond second.
it's
Hey,
not even a
Draymond, get
joke,
him.
bro. If you touch LeBron and Draymond was on his team, bro, he might catch an M1 right there. He might catch an M1 right there. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know what it is, man. Draymond just
Call my
loves
glorious
LeBron.
king out. You call my glorious king out of his name?
Nah, have
Mm.
you seen like the memes about LeBron and Draymond? People were talking about how this man loves LeBron more than he loves Curry, bro. I was like, yeah, low key. Nah, but let him get to the Lakers in January, bro. Please,
The Warriors
please.
definitely gonna have to make a deal at the deadline. Um, Honestly, I feel like the Warriors should just. There was a question on ESPN the other day. It was like whether the Warriors should blow up their season and just prep for next year, or just continue trying to get to the playoffs. If I'm the Warriors, after what happened last night, especially against the Nuggets with Jokic making that half court shot, I'm conceding the season. Season's done.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Look, here's why though.
I
Curry
mean,
and
I'm
all
not.
these
I'm
players
not.
are
I'm not
aging,
saying.
man. They
I'm not
can't take a
saying
whole
tank.
year out of.
I'm not saying tank. But what I'm saying is, you're gonna get wins. But let's be real here with this team. Like this team isn't built to get far. This team reminds me of like the This team reminds me of what this team reminds me of like a 2021 Los Angeles Lakers with
I don't think so.
Westbrook,
Nah.
Carmelo. That team was on paper. That team was supposed to be good. On paper, that team was supposed to be good. What happened after the deadline?
Here's the thing though. With that Lakers team, two reasons I think they weren't good. The Russell Westbrook like spacing thing and also ball dominance thing with LeBron and Westbrook, I think was an issue, and the Westbrook turnovers. But also one, AD being injured, and two, the defense. The Lakers were one of the old, and also the age. The Lakers were one of the oldest teams in the league that year, and they couldn't defend anyone. Like the difference between even last season and this season is they decided to go after like good perimeter defenders. Like honestly, with that roster, they wouldn't have been horrible had they had some good wings in that lineup, but they did not. I don't even know who was on that team, but none. I don't remember any good wings from
Wayne
that team.
Ellington. Wayne Ellington.
Literally, like now they have what? They have
Oh my
Vando,
gosh.
they have
Wayne. Yeah.
Reddish, they have Torian Prince. Like now they have people who
Yeah.
can actually play a little
Yeah.
defense. That's kind of what they needed, but
Yeah.
yeah. I'll say with the Warriors too, I think they can be good. I think the big thing is the rotations. Like all seriousness, I think that the reason they lost is because Jokic went on that run at the end of the game. And firstly, Dario
And turnovers.
Saric, and Chris Paul guarding Jokic on two of the final plays where he got an easy bucket on both of them. Why was Chris Paul in? Why? Who's he guarding?
I don't know why they didn't give Moses Moody any more tape. Moses Moody is one of the best defenders on that team,
Yes.
and one of
And
the best
I
young
really
guys on
felt
that
for
team too.
Kaminga, man. I saw the little clip of him just walking off because it's like that's crazy. He should have been on the floor because I'm not gonna say he blocks Jokic on that play, but he affects
Like he
Jokic's
he could
shot
have
way
affected the
more
shot.
than
Yeah,
Chris Paul couldn't
most
affect it
definitely.
at all. Like at all. It's crazy to have him on the floor when you know what I'm saying, when you know the other team is gonna play to that advantage. You can go at Chris Paul. Anyone can go at Chris Paul. And kind of
So
get
if you're the Warriors right now, are you firing Steve Kerr or like what you doing? What's your plan?
I don't know, man. I think it might be coming. I'm not gonna lie, because here's the problem. Like even if it's just Kuminga who goes now, I don't know if that's gonna fix the issues with the rotation, man. Because there's like yeah, you can't tell me how. I don't understand how
Because
you would have
Gary
had
Payton's
Chris
hurt
Paul
again. Gary Payton's hurt again. So you don't have Chris Paul and Moody, Sarge, Bodinsky.
podium. Yeah,
I don't know how that's gonna work. One team that I would like to see Kamingo on, I'm not gonna lie, if he does leave, put him on the Raptors. Put him in Toronto. That's gonna be a nice team,
I don't know.
and that's gonna be a nice team to come to league.
That Toronto team's a little loaded right now, and I don't see where he could fit in his role. They
He
don't
come
need.
off second unit. He come off second unit. That team's gonna be nice.
I guess yeah, that could work probably. But like you already have IQ on that team, and he's kind of like that like spark
IQ,
plug,
Barrett,
even though he's not coming off
Barnes.
the bench.
I mean, because they're gonna trade Siakam eventually.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that. Where's Siakam gonna go? What if he went to the Lakers?
He's not going to Lakers.
I
Lakers getting Draymond.
I
Lakers
wouldn't
getting
really I
Draymond.
wouldn't really want Siakam per se anyway.
The Warriors need to be so, like really aggressive in getting
Not gonna
Siakam.
lie, I would have rather had
That's
OG and Anobi. OG and Anobi. That was a good trade for the Knicks. Like it was. I don't know if it was worth losing quickly, but it was definitely a good trade because that man
they're
he
three and
hits
zero. They're three and
threes.
zero with OG. They're 3-0 with OG. They could go 4-0 tonight against the Sixers, but that game's at 7:30. But we'll see.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Sixers better not lose tonight, man.
You put a parlay on them.
Nah, I would never bet on the Sixers, man. I know better, man. At this point,
But yeah, but that's our thoughts on the whole state of the Warriors, man. Also, too, I thought it was funny. First thing when the game was over last night, I went to go check on Flight on Twitch. His reaction,
you was screaming.
bro. No, he hit the door, bro. He got up and hit the door, and he was like, "No, no, no, Curry, what are you doing?" So, I was cracking up about the whole
Nah,
thing,
that's
man.
crazy.
But yeah, with the Warriors, man, I don't expect anything major from them this season. Next year, they're definitely going to be back at it, though. But it's some changes definitely going to have to be made, whether it's Draymond, Clay, the coaching. I don't know.
Yeah,
And isn't
man.
LeBron, time out, isn't LeBron supposed to be a free agent this summer or no?
Actually, I'm not sure. That'd
Let
be
me check.
crazy. Oh, what? LeBron a free agent this summer? I thought he redid his contract.
I
It
could be
was there
totally
till
wrong.
2026.
Oh, yeah. All have a player option for the 2024-25 season. Yeah, 2024 free agent class completely loaded with stars.
Bron and Steph.
Oh, they're free agents this year?
I thought you said Bron had his player option this year.
Oh, they said LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Klay Thompson could look for free agency the next summer, as in this summer.
So Bron on the Warriors. Look, a season ago, he said one player he really wanted to play with was Stephen Wardell Curry.
Oh my gosh.
It's
We're
looking
gonna
like
get the
Clay. It's looking like Clay knows he's coming towards retirement. It's looking
we're gonna
like
get the decision part two.
Draymond might be gone.
We're gonna get the decision part two.
If
We're gonna get the
LeBron
decision part.
and Steph teamed up, I don't even know if they will win the league, but like that would just be great to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I can't say man they would go win the chip because Bron's like older now. They're both like approaching that
Nah, stop
age, but
stop playing. They're gonna win the chip, bro.
Bron and
LeBron
Steph.
LeBron and Steph team up, they're winning the
It
shit.
depends on how you build the team around them. Like give them some shooting wings. You know what I'm saying? And a solid shot blocking center. I think they might come
And
close.
a good coach. That's it.
Yeah, they might come close with that
That's it.
team. Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
But
man.
yeah, man. But moving on, man. Moving on. Another thing I want to talk about before we get to the Clippers, man. I want to talk about my man down in down south, man, in Texas. Number one pick, Victor Wembanyama. Uh,
Wembenyama.
this Wembanyama. Wembanyama. Uh, but yeah, they lost last night against the Bucks. But that's not the reason why we bring them up. But I just wanted to ask, like, what's been going on because Wembanyama is obviously a generational talent, but I guess the Spurs don't think that he's like that for real. I don't understand why, because apparently every time the Spurs on offense, they just don't feed the big man. So,
I'm not
what's
gonna
your
lie to
thoughts on
you. It's
everything?
Jeremy Sohan, man. I'm actually starting to dislike him. I actually liked him earlier in the season. I was actually talking about him. I spoke highly of Jeremy Sohan, man. I could tell that he's one of those players, man. He took a lot of inspiration from, the defensive players that came before him, especially particularly Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? If you see his hair and everything, you can tell he took a lot of inspiration, and even just his play style. Like he completely centers his game around defense, rebounding, and passing. But like, and even passing, he's a really good passer. But even his assists, like numbers, have dwindled. And I find it crazy. This might be conspiracy to ages, but I think this man does not like Victor Wembanyama. He
I've never seen a team so adamant on not giving the best player the ball.
The only player I see that willingly passes to Wembenyama is Devin Vassell, and he's actually the only player who I actually can respect him taking a shot. Him and maybe Keldon Johnson. In my opinion, Keldon Johnson has regressed a bit now that the team has like Devin Vassell has gotten better. You know, Wemby's here now. He's regressed a bit. But I think Vassell, he's actually really nice. Like, he's a really good shot maker. Like, I think he deserves like that kind of right to shoot the ball a little bit more. But nonetheless, it's crazy how Wemby is not getting like he should be shooting like nearly 20 shots a game.
I saw a clip the other day, and they were the Spurs moving the ball on the perimeter, and they gave it to this one player, and he caught the ball and he drove, but he was going. I think it was from last night. Actually, it was from last night, and he was trying to go up on Brook Lopez, mind you. Brook Lopez like 7 foot.
And also,
This
he's a
dude's
really
like
good shot blocker.
at best. This dude was probably like 6'10", maybe a cool 6'11". Dude tried to go up and poster Brook Lopez with Wembanyama cutting back door. All you had to do was just lob it up for Wembanyama to get it. Instead, he tried to dunk on Lopez. Lopez obviously blocks the shot. And Wembanyama's going back down the court, just nodding his head, like shaking it, like, what are you doing? And then another clip from last week, Wembanyama literally, they were feeding the ball, and Wembanyama cuts to the hoop. They didn't give it to him, and he just like dunked, pretending like he was dunking the ball.
Cause that's how easy it is, man. Like he's trying to tell you something, bro. I'm 7'4". Just throw me the ball. Like who's gonna stop me? And he's right though. Like, did you see that move he did on Dame? He just puts it behind his back and doesn't even jump,
Nah,
and basically just
he did
he
it behind the
barely even
back.
jumped
He dribbled, took 2 steps. He took 1 step
and
behind the
just
back, and then glided and dunked on Brook Lopez in one
like
motion.
come on, man.
No seven
Just give
footer
this
is
man the
doing
ball,
that.
bro.
No 7 footers do it. I promise you, if you give Wembanyama the keys, man, and just let him run
Let him
and play
cook,
free,
man. For real.
he's already averaging. What is he averaging? Like 24,
I think like 19.
19. My bad. I don't know why I got 24. Averaging 19 points. He's averaging 19 points. Like
It's facts
what
though.
else does he need to do?
Yeah, and it's like I feel like 19 points on the touches he gets is like actually great. Like even just watching him play sometimes, it's like this guy could be doing so much more. Like I generally think he could be like easily averaging like 25, 26, like easily.
It's crazy to think about. I saw someone on Twitter that said that like Wembanyama should go back to the Metropolitan team and the France national team, whatever. Say bump this, man. Just go back
Yeah, he
because
is. He
he
should go
over
back
like
and he should go back and then let like a team that he likes actually pick him up, man.
I'm
That's actually
saying
gonna get him the ball, man.
because even if I looked at rookie Tim Duncan or look at rookie David Robinson, I guarantee you that if they know that they're one of the best players on the team, I guarantee you they will be like, you know what, give him the ball if he's cooking. Don't not give the dude the ball because you don't like him. That makes no sense.
In my opinion, though, another thing that factors into that, like him not getting the ball, is that pop system, man. You know how he likes to spread the ball around, so I think that's part of it. But at the same time, like pop system
What?
does like to see the ball move around, but a lot of these plays, it's like this is it's basketball instinct at some point. Like even if
Yeah.
Ginobili, Parker, all those guys, if they saw Tim Duncan open for a lob, even if they were swinging the ball, supposed to be swinging the ball, they're gonna get him the ball. So I don't know. I don't. It's
And
crazy to me, man.
also too, let's be honest, bro. I guarantee you in Pop's system that the end result is not seeing Zach Collins make a contested hook shot layup or like a post move instead of Wembenyama getting the ball wide open with an easy dunk.
Facts.
Even in this system on past teams with Parker, Ginobili, Bonner, and Boris Diaw, the end result was not Boris Diaw making a contested posterizing dunk. No, his end result was Diaw either getting a layup or a 3-pointer, or Bonner getting a 3-pointer and a layup. Not Julian Champagne driving in trying to dunk on Brook Lopez. Like come on, let's be real. Let's be real.
Champagne
Like
is
Sohan
horrible, man. He's
and like
horrible.
Sohan is nice and all, man, but
He's not all that
he's
anymore,
not
man.
he's not like that, man.
He's not
He's not
having a
like
good
that
season this year, man. He's
at
not.
all. He can't shoot at the line. His free throw form is I don't know. I
Well,
don't
he
know
shoots
how
with
you
one
shoot.
hand actually now.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that, man. I don't know how you do that. But nah, man, I'm not impressed. And the fact that they not giving the ball to Wimby and letting Wimby work out is nuts. Considering the fact that the fans don't come there to see Sohan, they come there to see Wimby, man. Y'all had the most attendance I've had in the past 2 years, not because of Sohan, but because of Wembenyama, man.
Yeah, they do not care about those. Shout out Devin Vassell though. That's one
And
Spurs player.
shout
I
out
got a
Devin
lot of
Vassell.
respect for him, man. I think he's really good, man. Honestly, if you're a team, man, and you need that young guy who's gonna be scoring, man, who can be a spark plug and hit big shots, bro, I would go after Vassell, man.
Shout out Devin
Honestly,
Vassell, man.
and
Shout out Devin Vassell.
Keldon Johnson's cool too, but Sohan and the rest of them done, man. Even Trey Jones, man. You see Wimby last night for game, man. He could have took the shot. You know what I'm saying? I think he had a much smaller defender on him. But he throws it to what you call it, Trey Jones in the corner. That's what's the name's better? Brother. Tyus Jones' brother.
Tyus, yeah, Tyus.
Yeah, and he ended up missing it. You know what I'm saying? But just Spurs in general, you just gotta do better, man.
Yeah, they really do. But moving on, man. Moving on. We chugging along here. Let's talk about the Clippers real quick. Clippers, they've been on fire, man. Not gonna lie to you, they've been on fire. Harden's been doing his thing. Kawhi's back. He just had a solid game a couple nights ago. But yeah, the Clippers have been on fire. I'm pretty sure that right now, if I'm not mistaken, they're one in the West. Let me check. Western Conference.
Whoa, they're one over the Wolves? No way. The Wolves have
No,
lost
no,
like
no, 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 no. Scratch that. They're fourth. They're fourth. I don't know where I got one from.
I
I
was
don't know
gonna
where
say
I
the
got one
Wolves have
from.
the best record in the league.
Yeah, they're fourth in the West right now. They're fourth in the West.
But
But
nah.
what's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts?
Hey man, I'm actually really proud of that team, man. Like obviously, you know what I'm saying, it's the obvious. Like you have four Hall of Famers, this is what you should be doing. But like the fashion in which they're doing it in, man, is very respectable. I like what this team is doing right now. You know, like a lot of people were, they were hating on Harden. There was a lot of hate for Harden, you know what I'm saying, especially with the way with him moving so many teams in the past like 4 or 5 years. So like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, I get it. It's some of it is warranted, you know what I'm saying. He's been going to different teams, poor play in the playoffs, like understandable. But man, I'm just glad that, all these players are being able to work it out. And they've been on a tear, man. That's what I like to see, honestly, especially with a lot of these players coming back from big injuries like Paul George, Kawhi, you know what I'm saying, is still coming back and performing. It's nice to see. And honestly, I'd like to see him in the finals or Western Conference finals. It'd be nice.
yeah. Currently, the Clippers are on a 4-game win streak. They won 8 of their last 10, one of the hottest teams in the league. But yeah, man. And then they play tonight against the Pelicans, which that's probably going to be a win.
It's gonna be a great
Uh,
game though.
it's going to be a great game, but I feel like the Clippers going to end up winning that one. But yeah, back to what Kwengo was saying. Yeah, the Clippers have been doing really solid this year. They've exceeded my expectations for sure. Um, when that trade first happened and Harden was, stinking it up on the court, I was
Facts.
smiling a little bit. I was smiling a little bit. I was hating. I was. But it's good to find that Harden's at a place where, he could be comfortable and play his game his way, I guess, if that makes sense. But at the same time though, I will say that this team is not gonna be measured about what they do in the regular season, but it's really gonna be measured about what they do in the playoffs. Every team that Harden's gone on or played on, they've always had regular season success. It's the playoffs where you start to see those cracks and those little fragments happen with
Yes, a
the
fact.
teams, and where you really start to see whether this team is going to be able to gel together or really like not be able to. So the regular season is cool and all. They're going to make the playoffs for sure, but it's going to be interesting to see what this team does against other teams in the playoffs, such as the Nuggets or the Thunder or the Wolves, because that's when we're really going to see if Harden is really bought into this, his system and bought into how the Clippers are really trying to do things. Especially considering the fact that the Clippers haven't gone to a conference finals. I don't even think they have gone to a conference finals in franchise history. I don't think they've gone to a conference finals at all.
I think they did with Chris Paul, and
No, they didn't.
they didn't go to the conference finals. They lost in the second round with Doc.
Yes,
Wow, wow,
they
wow.
Clippers never go. Hold on, I can search this up. I'm pretty sure the Clippers have never gone to a conference finals.
You might be right, but I'd be surprised. I thought they had went with Chris Paul and that dang, who they play though. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm not gonna lie, but dang, that's rough.
Oh wait, no, 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 no. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. They went to the conference finals in 2021 against they won against Phoenix.
Oh yeah, they did. Forgot about that,
Yeah,
man. That was
but
when
that was after.
Kawhi got injured and
Yeah,
Paul George had a
yeah, yeah,
had a
yeah.
good
That's when
run.
Terry. Yeah, yeah. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, for a team that's only gone to a conference finals once, obviously the Clippers are trying to get up there and get a title, especially in a city where, let's be honest, you're not going to LA to watch the Clippers. You're going there to watch the Lakers. So they're trying
That's
to,
a point.
trying to make their name more, known and everything. So it's really gonna be interesting to see what they do in the playoffs, considering the fact that the Lakers yet again are seeming to have another down season with another possibility of firing another head coach with Darvin Ham, which
I don't know. I feel like the Lakers, their problems right now are not that crazy. Like this team, I think can get back on track. I think they have a little bit more space with the Warriors than the Warriors because like while they are having the same issue with coaching, I think there's not a question about like if the players want to be there. Now it looks like a lot of players in the Warriors like don't want to be there. Like even from the way Clay talked yesterday, it's like I know he wants to be with them, but like does he really want to be there? Because I don't think you can
yeah.
make that. Like once you start underperforming, like I feel like that was kind of like a little bit of a cop out where he's
Didn't
now
Clay
saying like
wasn't
I'm
Clay
in the
supposed to get an extension? Wasn't Clay supposed to get an extension this summer too?
yeah, I feel like he's copping out, man, with the all the man. I'm in this last chapter of my career. I gotta enjoy. Like, yeah, you did win everything and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like, you're only saying that because you're not hooping right now, bro.
If
Be
you weren't
honest with you.
hooping, you wouldn't be saying
Yeah,
that.
you
Yeah,
wouldn't be saying that.
I get what you mean.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get what you mean.
But yeah, it just sounds like a lot of the Warriors players are like giving up right now, from what I'm hearing. And yeah,
Yeah, because he just signed a 4-year contract last summer.
yeah, and it's like, come on, like
Yeah,
help this man Curry out. Like he's still giving it his all. Like he's not playing as good as he wants to be, but that's because teams like you know what I'm saying. It's pretty easy to shut down Curry if that's what if you're gonna allocate all your players to shutting down Curry because his teammates aren't on. He doesn't have Draymond. Clay's not hitting. Like you know what I'm saying. Like no one else is gonna come and win this game.
I saw something on Twitter that said like, you think Clay Thompson? Somebody said, I don't know if they were joking or being serious. It said Clay Thompson definitely could have won a title without Curry. I mean, almost spit out my drink, man. I was like,
I think Clay could have won on another team, but not 4 chips. I tell
no,
you
no,
that.
no, 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 no. Yeah, as a role player for sure. But if Clay was the star player on the team,
Oh no way.
Clay's not. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh
Like,
no way.
no, no.
Absolutely not.
They, they're gonna have the game plan for Clay figured out after year one.
Curry could have won on another team
For
without Clay.
sure.
I tell you that.
For sure. For sure. I'm waiting for the day that Curry says that he's requesting the a free agent a trade a
That's
free
never
agency.
happening. I'm not gonna lie. Here's the thing: Stephen Curry apparently has brought in. He made like the Warriors franchise like billions of dollars in revenue. There's
Of
absolutely zero
course.
way he was not retiring as a Warrior, and also getting his jersey number
Bron, let's be
retired.
real. Let's be real. Bron brought in so much revenue to Cleveland. He played for Cleveland.
Yep.
He left Cleveland. He came back, but he left.
Fair enough. Maybe if he gets like a little bit older, possibly, but I can't ever see Stephen Curry like on another team that's not.
At one point, I couldn't have seen KD on another team. I've seen KD leave 3 times.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough.
Yeah, but rounding up the show, man, because I'm not gonna lie, we had like an overabundance of topics. We definitely gonna say something for next episode, though.
Oh, one more thing
Go ahead, go
one more thing we should add in is Shea. I just wanna say it, man.
Go ahead and
Apologies to my man
apologize.
Aiden, man.
And shout out Aiden.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta let the apology be as loud as the disrespect, man. Earlier in the season, I said that I thought the Thunder would struggle to make the play-in, man. I couldn't have been more wrong. I thought the Spurs were going to make the play-in, and honestly, I still believe they were talented enough. But I don't know, man. I don't think the pieces are meshing together, and I don't think Zach Collins. You can't have him in a Spurs starting lineup that you want to make the play. Like like in terms of guards, I like everyone except for Sohan and Zach Collins. Yeah, that's not gonna work. And the rest of everyone off the bench, like there's not anyone who you're gonna be like, yeah, let me call him off the bench. He's about to turn up. You know what I'm saying? He can give me like 15 off the bench tonight. Seti Osman.
You're gonna call Jakob Poeltl off the bench. Hey, go ahead and get some run. Go ahead.
Jakob Poeltl's on the Raptors, but I get the sentiment, brother. I get the sentiment.
Oh, I thought he's on the Spurs.
Nah, he's been on the Raptors since like last season.
But
nonetheless, though, yeah. Man, I'm gonna apologize. I was not familiar with Shea's game. I didn't know that. Like Shea's game is like maturing so crazy right now. Like I saw a stat apparently on like turnaround on post up play. He is averaging like nearly 82% field goal. So he's basically unstoppable.
And it's crazy. That's credit to Chris Paul though, because Chris Paul really, when he came to OKC and when Shea was there, took Shea under his wing and he taught him the ropes and helps him get better as a player, more confident. So
yeah,
that's props to CP3 with that.
And another thing I might want to say about Shea that may be controversial. I feel like let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Like he's a very great player, but the calls for MVP and saying he's over certain players is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Let's not forget what this man did last year in the play-in. Absolutely embarrassing. He got locked. And I'm pretty sure it was by his cousin as well. It was crazy. Like imagine you average 30 all season, 2 steals, and then your cousin, who I did not even know before that game, never heard of, comes onto the floor and locks you up to kick you out of the playoffs. Thunder fan who are calling for Shea to be MVP and saying that he's top 3 in the league over Steph, over so many good players, Luka.
No, yeah, that was a stretch.
That's absolutely shameless. That's all I have to say. But I will say I was not familiar with his game. He is still really good. He's definitely minimum top 10.
Shea's definitely an all-star. Shea's definitely going to be on all-NBA.
He should be first team all-NBA or second team at least. Minimum second team in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think he should be first team.
Saying that he's better than Steph, Edwards.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely better than Edwards. I'm not going to lie. Respectfully, he's better than Ant. He's respected. I will say it's hard to argue when Ant has a better record, but he also has a better team. But I would take Shea over Ant.
Yeah. But like I said, but that's why I say fan voting and stuff like that. Because Halliburton was the number 1 guard in the East. And
that's fair.
No, I know that's fair. But I'm saying that with fan voting, you got some people, man, like it's like crazy. Like they'll just, like I said, Zaza. They had Zaza voted in the All-Star game a couple years ago.
Nah, the trolls do that all the time. They try to get like some random player.
Caruso, Taco Fallen,
Taco Fall is crazy.
But but back to the whole thing with Shea. Shea's a solid player. MVP, I don't know. Over Luka, I don't see that. I don't see that. Luka's been great this year, and to have him in the ladder over Luka is that's crazy.
Or even Embiid, man. Or even Embiid. I know Shea's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's doing great for his team right now. But like, I don't think anyone expected Embiid to, even though, I've been complaining about, certain things with this game that I can't respect, but no
Hey,
one
thank
expected him
you,
to come and play like he's doing this season.
thank
And no
you,
one expected the
thank you,
Sixers to come and
thank you. No one
still be a
expected.
top five seed in the
No one
East.
expected that. I didn't even expect that this season.
A
I'm not
lot
gonna
of
hold
people
you.
expected it for this to be like one of those seasons where, like, no one was expecting y'all to not meet the playoffs or play in, but like people were expecting y'all
Didn't
to
I
be like
say
an 8, like 7, 6 seed, nothing too crazy. But
Kwengo? Didn't I say before the season that the Sixers? I said tickets gonna be mad cheap this year.
yeah,
Didn't I say that? Didn't I say
it
that?
definitely did.
I said tickets gonna be mad cheap. No one expected Oubre on the floor. We're 18-4. We're 13-4 at home. Our team has solid depth, solid starting lineup. Maxi's coming into his own. I mean, like, come on. Like, no one expected this. And Embiid is playing out of his mind.
Yeah, you gotta respect it, man. Even if you're not a Sixers fan, you gotta
You
respect it.
have to. You have to. So to say that that dude is better, that Shea is better than what Embiid's doing right now, tripping. What he's doing is better than what Jokic is doing, tripping, tripping, tripping.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just
nah,
recency
for real.
bias because the same people were not saying this 2 weeks ago. Let's be honest. Y'all were not saying this about Shea 2 weeks ago.
It's definitely recency bias as well. But yeah, I give him his props still. But
But
I think people
but
trying
yeah,
to, jump the gun a bit.
yeah, like chill, man, chill. Y'all not even number one in your conference. Like chill out, chill out. But back, but final thing with this episode, man. Final thing with this episode. Uh, National championship on Monday. Michigan against Washington. JJ McCarthy against Michael Penix Jr.
Firstly, I want to say, please, JJ McCarthy, please listen. I like Penix a lot, man. It would be great to see him win, but I need this man to lose to make that stock go down. I need a generationally horrible game so my Saints can pick him up. I need this man to walk on the field and defecate.
You need
That's what I need.
4 picks. You need 4 picks,
7 picks,
seven
two
picks, 50
two
yards.
fumbles, 19 total yards. I need a horrible game. And honestly, I would actually like to see Michigan win, man. Like, what I'm saying? They've been some serious underdogs. A lot of people thought Bama were gonna wipe the floor with them, man. They held their own, ended up winning against
Man, I'm
Bama.
not gonna lie, I was kind of sick. No, Bama lost that game on their own, man. That game made me sick. That game made me
Yeah,
sick.
but in my opinion, I think Bama should have won that game if it wasn't for that play call. You know what I mean? It wasn't a horrible play call, but
Fourth and goal
I thought they
QB
should have
sneak.
thrown.
Y'all been doing QB runs all drive. Like, come on.
Yeah, nah. After looking at the clip though, like they probably should have scored that, but I would have I would have thought it would have been better to throw the ball right there. Honestly, like even if
Most
you do have
definitely.
game on the line, like I would have took that chance with a throw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But
But
yeah. So
yeah,
you
I would
said you
like to
got
see.
Michigan.
I would like to realistically. I think Washington is going to get the dub. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to see Michigan win. You know what I'm saying? They're underdogs.
As much as I want to say that Washington's going to win this game, and I want Washington to win this game, I I don't know, man. Cause Corm at Michigan, nice. Been one of the best running backs in the college football all season. McCarthy, he's nice too. Michigan's defense is crazy nice.
Nah, Corm is a guy, bro. For sure, he's
Yes.
nice.
Michigan's defense is crazy nice. Washington allowed 35 or 31 points to be scored by Texas in the semifinal game last week on New Year's Day. Michigan's defense only allowed 24 points from Alabama.
Yep, and it's Bama, man.
I I mean I don't see Washington winning this. I don't see Washington winning this.
Another thing though, in Washington's defense though, their offense is pretty dynamic. So like they definitely do have an opportunity to come out and win that game, especially.
Oh, Raptors are ramping up trade talks surrounding star forward Pascal Siakam with the Western Conference playoff contender emerging as a serious suitor.
It's the Lakers, isn't it? I know it is because they need them. They need that scoring. It's the Lakers. It's 100% the Lakers. I know it is. Lakers, a Western Conference contender, bro. You're not slick. We know that's you, Bron. I know that's you. I know that's you. I know my glorious king when I hear him, man. That's Bron.
They said it's the Warriors.
You serious?
It, they said it's either
Please.
the Warriors. They said it's either the Warriors or the Lakers.
I can't, bro. If the Lakers, no, 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 no. If the Warriors continue to get the best talent next to Steph, I can't keep doing it, man. I can't keep doing it, man. I can't keep doing it.
Oh,
Nah, please,
let me see.
please, please.
Y'all about to end up having Devontae Murray and Draymond as y'all deadline pieces instead of having
Hey, DeJounte
y'all.
Murray is not a bad pick. I really like him as a player. Like, even when
That's cool and
one
all.
thing I like about DeJounte Murray is when he's not scoring, he still plays hard. Like, he's still gonna, he's still gonna play defense, rebound, and assist. Like, I like players like that, man. Like, even if the shot's not falling for you, man, like just get on the floor and play hard. That's why I don't like some of the other players on the, the Lakers, like Christian Wood.
But yeah,
He's not the answer,
I
bro.
but I got the I think I got Michigan taking this one home. I got Michigan winning. It's gonna be a close game though. Phoenix is gonna go off for sure. Um, I also do want I want Phoenix to have a good game, but I need the Saints to go ahead and pick them up for obvious reasons. We need another quarterback, but yeah,
Because
that's what I'm hoping for.
look, next season, I know we're gonna play Carr. We spend a lot of money, but look, say we get Penix, which is a long shot in the first place. Say Derek Carr goes down. Who's to say I won't be in the house rubbing my hands like Birdman? Who's to say? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, come on, come on.
Oh no, Carr's out with the ACL.
Oh no, Carr. Oh no. Now we gotta play Michael
Darn,
Penix. No,
darn, our season.
nah, for
Ah,
real.
ah. Hey, take him
I'm
out, take
saying
him
though,
out. But yeah, man. But that's gonna do it, man, with this episode of the Young Bulls podcast. We got through a lot. It's one of our it's one of our best episodes. We got through a lot today. Obviously, we're gonna get you another episode next week. We're gonna be back in the studio
for
next
sure,
week for sure. We're gonna be back in the studio for sure. But yeah, we're gonna get you guys another episode next week. Kwengo, anything you want to say about LeBron or what the Lakers need to do to get Pascal? Any final words, man?
all I gotta say is, Brian, I think the Lakers play tonight. Bring it tonight, man. After the game a night ago, man, it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it was like definitely far under LeBron standards. And I felt like that Heat was team was a very winnable game. Jimmy out, you know what I'm saying, you got to win that game. But not much, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode, man. It was fun making it.
Uh, on me, last words. Go Saints, man. Take care of business Sunday,
Oh yeah,
man. Bryce
come
Young.
on,
I
who
need
that?
you. Bryce Young, 400 yards, 4 tutties on Sunday, please.
No,
Please. I beg. I beg. I beg. I beg. I've never.
I need this man Bryce Young to play like he's in the Saints jersey.
I need you to play like you're Cam Newton. I need you to play like you're prime Cam Newton, bro. I need you to start going off,
I need
man.
him to
But
activate, man. This better be his
yes,
best game of the season.
yes. And a meaningless Week 18 contest. I need this from you, man. Uh, Justin Fields, please. My king, go off, man. Kyler Murray, go off too, man.
Hey, nah, that's too funny.
Look, the next time we do an episode, I want us to be talking. I want us to be saying how the Saints made the playoffs and we beat the odds. That's what I want us to be saying next time we do an episode. But yeah, that's what I gotta say. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to the episode, and catch you guys next week. You guys have a good weekend.
So next week,
Peace.
man. Peace.
Peace.
For real. It was a solid up, man.